Stephen, thanks very much for joining us here at Striker Online. Can you tell us a bit about yourself and how you got involved with the Amateur Football League, and then your responsibilities?
Yeah, well, I was involved. Well, I played football for the over 35s for my local team, which was the Cottage Celtic. Played for about 4 or 5 years, and I stepped into the role as club secretary there. And in around 2019, I seen an advertisement from the AFL. They were looking for volunteers, so I approached them, and they asked me to come on board. Look at that. That's how I got involved. That's how I started. Then I suppose a few months later we got to kick off again, and then it was stop start for the remainder of the year. So then I suppose the following year it was a little bit more normal, and that's where I'm at the moment. And now this year I'm looking after the Premier Division. I only look after one division this year, and that's basically down to it's more to do with work commitments and family life. The Premier Division, it's a strong league. There's no doubt about it. There's some of the teams in it are absolutely quality. And I suppose if you step down to even Division 1, it's strong. There's some strong teams in it. Like I don't mean to keep plugging the Cottage Celtic here, but the division they're in, Division 1 South, it's if you look at the table, it's so tight, and any of the top 6-7 teams could still potentially go on and win that. So, and I think Division North is pretty strong as well. But with the Premier teams like you Sandy Hill Shangaan, you have Temple Oak, the two of them, it's like looking at Liverpool and Manchester United. You know, you can see the rivalry over the last couple of years, and then you throw in the mix with Sheriff, Glenville, who were amazing last year. They stepped up from Division 1 the season before, went into the Premier Division, and they challenged. So like it's interesting to see. It's interesting to see like clubs, you know what I mean, building them little rivalries for each other, and it's enjoyable, as I say, and it's good to see.
Our team. What kind of training are these guys doing? What kind of dedication do they have even at this level?
Well, I'm pretty sure now. I wouldn't be 100%, but I'm pretty sure they train during the week.
Yeah.
Now, whether they train twice a week, but see, some of them clubs I know would have, like, I know fact Bosco would be local enough to me. They're only over in Drumna, so I know they have senior teams, and I'm sure there's other clubs in the Premier Division that do have senior teams, and that the opportunity for their over 35s to train with the senior team. So that itself, it just steps them a little bit, steps the bar up, I suppose, compared to other teams that don't train. And that's why I'd imagine when you look at the cups in the later rounds, it's going to be the big boys getting to the finals or the semi-finals.
Yeah,
that's right. Fitness pays off when you're a little bit older, you know. Yeah, well, I do know in the Premier there's 3 officials now. Obviously, we all know that referees are hard to come by. There's not as many out there as we would like, and we've been plugging for a long time for referees to maybe get on board or offer courses for more refs. So I know on most occasions, if possible, there will be 3 referees supplied for a game, where you don't get that in the lower divisions. The linesman there in each line and a referee, it's I suppose there's a little bit more professionalism, I suppose.
So you're saying that even in the normal league games, you're allocating 3 referees to normal Premier League games?
When possible, and I know like some of the big rivals, they would ask for 3 referees, and
they would demand it.
Yeah, they would demand it. Yeah. So again, it will boil down to, if there's referees available, they will be supplied.
Management of referees, you're a summer league, so as it comes towards September, there's more call on these referees. How do you manage that?
We know Peter Connolly is he's doing a great job now since in John's absence, I suppose. I don't know how John done it over the last few years. Credit to him, but I have to say Peter stepped up. And I know he's getting refs from all the different divisions and different leagues, using AFL refs, where he can. But kind of, I suppose there is some teams that play Friday night, that have the facilities, that have the floodlights. So you kind of try make fixtures that you will have some on a Friday and I suppose some on a Saturday, and it kind of eases the headache. But looking for referees, but look at the last few years, we've always got referees. We've always got them. So hopefully we can continue that way.
In the time that you've been there, how have you seen it, grow, just it getting bigger every year, or a sense of it just growing?
I have. Like even as the most notable thing, I suppose, in the first year or so was the website. Like they got the new website updated, and that's a lot more user friendly. There's obviously links in it. You can see the tables, and it's updated. Like Jesus on the day, where the old, I suppose the old website, and you go and you check the fixtures of other teams. Like probably wasn't updated as often or as quickly as you'd want it from a club point of view. Them little things I've noticed have changed. I suppose even with the fixtures, with divisional managers, you would have fixtures probably done in maybe 2 to 3 weeks in advance. Now, personally, as a divisional manager, I have WhatsApp groups set up with all the secretaries from the division, and I will forward the leagues, the fixtures for the league in advance, maybe 2 weeks in advance, and it just gives the teams the bit of time, and maybe they know who they're playing. I suppose everyone wants to know who they're playing in a couple of weeks' time, but it gives them time to organise, I suppose. It does those little things. Like when I was the secretary with the cottage, like that wasn't there. And I suppose I wasn't the only new committee member that came in at the time. Tony McGarry came in, and Alian Williams, and we all seem to do the same thing with the WhatsApp groups. And look at they work, and in terms of the league growing, there's definitely more teams in it, and I think Peter touched on it the other night that there's actually interest for more teams to get involved for next season, some new teams. So look, we welcome them all, and long may it last.